Hello friends, welcome back to Nowhere Geomatics GIS learning channel. So today we are going to learn one important tool in ESRI's ArcGIS software, which is join and relate. Means what? Suppose we have a shapefile of an area, and of the same area I am having an Excel sheet or Excel sheet of containing the data of the same region. So with the help of a common field in that particular tables, attribute table of a shapefile and Excel table. So with the help of a common field, we can join that Excel sheet to our shapefile. So what will happen? This will enable us to prepare the distribution map of whatever data we are adding from the Excel sheets. Suppose in my example, I am having a data in shapefile. I am having village level shapefile of an taluka in India or in Maharashtra state actually. So I will just show you the attributes of this particular village wise polygon layer. So in attributes I am having only these shorter attributes like FID shape. These are the by default attribute, and the area I have calculated, and one more field I am having which is code. So this field I am going to use to join the Excel sheet. Now let us see how our Excel sheet is there or how Excel data is there. So I will go to my folder, I will open Excel sheet. So see, in Excel sheet I have the same field as a shapefile attribute table, which is code, and they are just the numbers 1, 2 and up to maximum 113. So but in Excel sheet I am having some additional information of my villages I am concerning with. So I am having all the villages names related to code. Each code has peculiar name of village, then total population of that village, and total literacy of that particular village. So add on this particular 3 fields, we are going to get additional database to work with in the shapefile. So all these table fields will get added in the attribute table of the shapefile. So for that, what we have to do? So very first we have to open our Excel sheet. So see, the advanced versions of the ArcGIS supports not Excel sheet but CSV file format, which is also the long form of that is comma separated values. So that is nothing but Excel sheet only, but the format is different. So how to presently our file is a Microsoft Excel worksheet, so we have to convert it to CSV. So I will open first and simply go to file, click on save as, browse our folder in which that particular file is there, and we want to save our file there. So I will just change the name and I will write there CSV so as to differentiate from the previous one, and save as type. Here we have to change, here we have to select CSV comma separated values, and in that only there are various types of CSVs: comma limited, comma delimited, CSV Macintosh, CSV MS-DOS. Within that we have to choose CSV comma delimited. So I have selected it, then click on save. So this message will come, just say OK. It will ask to keep using that format, say yes. New format is there, that's why this message is there. Just click on yes. Now close this particular file. You can see now here the name of the file is being changed. So I will close it. Again, while closing, it will ask us to save. Just click on save. Again, it will ask us to give the path. Again, go to the same path and give the same name, and just if it will ask to replace, just say yes, no problem. Yes. Again, click on yes. So this way, earlier only this file was there, which was Microsoft Excel worksheet, but the new file has been created by us, and it is in Microsoft Excel comma separated value CSV file. So this file we are going to use to join the attribute table of a shapefile. So now we can see this particular field code is common in shapefile as well as Excel sheet. So with the help of that, so this particular common field is also known as primary key. Without primary key, we can't join any Excel data to our shapefile attribute table. So this is called as primary key, and primary key should be same as it is in the attribute table of the shapefile or feature class. And let us open again, and our Excel sheet, even name of the field, like here it is code and here is also code, so this also should be same. Then and then only our join will get successful. I will close it again. So now we'll proceed further. We'll exactly do the joining. So just to join, just right click on the shapefile, go to joins and relates, click on join, and this window will come, or window will get appeared. So join attribute table from a table, join attributes from a table, and another option is join data from another layer based on the spatial location. So that will go on, will not go for this, because this is also available in one of the geoprocessing tool, which is called spatial join. So we'll go for join attribute table from a table, join attributes from a table. Now first option is to choose the field in this layer. This layer means shapefile layer that the join will be based on. Means it is asking us the primary key of the shapefile's attribute table. So it is code. So I have taken here, I have chosen the code as a primary key. Then choose the table. Now if table is added here, it will directly pop up here, but since the table is not being added here, so we can browse it from here. So just click on this folder icon and just go to the file where we have saved the CSV file, not the XLS. So you can see here it is, extension is different, XLS, and here it is CSV. So we have to go to CSV file. Just select and say add. So automatically maximum it will take the primary key as per its own software's configuration, but it is not, if it is not, we can change it from here. So code is there, so I will keep it as it is. Then here is the option, two options are there: keep all records, keep only matching records. Now we'll keep option keep all records, because we want all the attributes from shapefile attribute table as well as the CSV table or Excel table. So we'll keep this option only. So again we can validate our join. Validation means if there are some errors, so software will tell us. So see, there is an error. What is the error? Field name contain invalid character. So literacy is the field, and here it is percentage sign is not acceptable. So what we'll do, we'll close here and just we'll again open our CSV now and change literacy, and we'll change we delete the percentage sign, and again I will save, yes, close, again save. So similar process can be repeated. So again, now we'll go again, right click, joins and delete, join, code, browse CSV, add code. Now again I will click on validate. So validation is important as it may affect your results. So see, this should be there, all the matching records should get there. So number of matching records for the join. So all the records of the shapefile and CSV file are matched 100%. So just close it and say OK. So after clicking on OK, if we open attribute table of our shapefile, we can see earlier some attributes were not there, like names, total population, and literacy and code. So all these fields are newly added. Okay. Name, total population, literacy. Name was not there earlier, so name has come up, total population is there, literacy is there. So now listen carefully that, so this join doesn't save into this shape file until we do a task. After joining, what happened there? Suppose I close the software, I have opened new software, and if I again add that shape file, so you can see in the attribute table all data has been again gone, because it doesn't save until we do a task. I will show you again what I will do. I will again make a join, lastly code CSV, add, validate, close, OK. So now again join is successful. You could see all the fields and records clearly. So what we have to do to save these records and fields that has been newly added? So for that we have to export this shapefile. So select, right click, export. So all features should be there, export as all features. Then browse the folder in which you want to save newly create a new shapefile that is being there, which have the join attributes newly added. So I will give name join shapefile .shp, then say save, and again click on OK, then say yes. So see, now I will remove now previous file, and I will open the attribute table of the exported shapefile. So you can see other fields are there, but you may ask that we have to close once and again validate or check once. So I will do it. I will take again new software, blank map, then again go to add data. So here it is, join shapefile, select, add. So if I open attribute table, you can see they are saved now permanently into this new shapefile. Okay. So what next? What is the use of joining the Excel sheets to shapefile? Now you will come to know why we join. Just now I will go to properties, because in attributes I am having some attributes, like I will show you again. Like there is name is not displayable, but total population is there, literacy is there. So I can prepare the map of population and literacy. Let us see how. So again, right click, properties, go to symbology and go to categories, unique values, and here we have to choose the which parameter we want to create map. Suppose I want to create map for the total population. Sorry, we shouldn't go to categories, we have to go to quantities. So quantities, in that graduated colors. So again I will show you. So in symbology we have to click on quantities and that graduated colors, and now we have to take our attribute in this value field. So first, suppose I want to prepare for population. Here is population. Right click, properties, quantities. Some error is something is wrong there. So I will prepare for now literacy map. So I will click on literacy. So automatically by default software makes some 5 classes, and they also break up the range of the whatever our data is. So here it is literacy in percentage of total population. So right from minimum literacy 64 to maximum 85. So he has made software has made 5 classes. So I can change the details of classification from here, classify. Suppose I want to change the number of classes, I will change from here 4. Suppose I want to make it 4. So natural breaks I will not take, I will take manual or equal interval, no issue, anyone you can take. So first class I want below 70%. Next, suppose I want 75, 80 and more than 80. So last value will not change. So suppose I want these 4 classes. So just say OK. Now see, these many zeros are not required. So let us minimize it. Go to click on this label, format labels, and numeric decimal places, make it 1. Say OK and say click on apply. You can also change the color ramp. Suppose I want to take it this, because this ramp is widely used, you can see here also. Apply. Okay. So immediately the result will appear to our shapefile, that which are the villages having maximum literacy and which are the villages having lower literacy rates. So I will again go to properties, and on the labels I will show the village names. So labels, label the feature and name. Apply. Okay. So labels are visible. So such way I can prepare free-to-fill maps. So this is just a trial one. You can download the data from many sources are there, but most of the data can be downloaded easily from Census of India website. Many population database is available there. So this way I can prepare the maps. So I can now prepare its layout. I will show the legend like this. So I can easily get the idea that this much of area is having good literacy compared to this area. So such way we get some additional information about our area of interest. So this way we can join the Excel sheet to our sheet file data. So thank you so much friends. If you have any doubt, please mail to my my email ID is rameshnanauri@gmail.com. You can also visualize on the video itself. So thank you so much friends. Please do subscribe our channel if you like this video. Our channel name is Numer Geometrics. So thank you so much friends.